everyone, it's Brooke at Cog Hill Farm, and we got some rain coming. So I'm trying to get lots of things done in a short period of time, as we always do when rain's in the forecast on a farm. No matter what you do, if you got chores to be done outside, then you're struggling because you feel like you got a deadline to meet, and that is what's going on here today. Got feed that's got to be picked up. Animals have thankfully been taken care of already, but just things that need to get done before it rains. My surgery post-op with the physical therapist took place this week, and I am happy to say I am back in the brace that I was given upon my first visit with the orthopedic hand surgeon. I didn't know if this brace would be useful after my initial visit with him, and I'm happy to say that he put me back in this one. And I'm also wearing something that they thought I would or would not like, and in my case, I say I do like it, and that is a compression glove. It is, my pins are not visible to the naked eye. They are, I thought that they were going to take the bandage off and you would see the pins. And Jason was like, I don't want to see that. I think I might throw up. So they went with me, meaning Marycarl and Jason, to the physical therapy appointment. However, I dropped them off at an antique mall down the road because Jason said, I just don't think I can handle it, because they knew my bandage was coming off, and I had a big bulky bandage after surgery, and he just couldn't handle it. And so I respected that, and I said, look, y'all just go hang out, I'll be fine. But I did have a little thing happen. Decided to just walk and talk, and I'm kind of holding it up. No more sling for me. According to the physical therapist, a sling is bad in my case. So no more sling. She does want me to wear this brace to help prevent further injury, and then the compression glove will help with the swelling, supposedly. The pins will be removed, and that will probably be about a month from now. I will continue to go to physical therapy and work my fingers, but these two fingers are to be used for nothing more than buttoning my britches. And I would think that they would want me to use these fingers. But nope, I'm to do my physical therapy exercises with all of my fingers, because all the finger joints are connected. I didn't really realize that until I sat down with her and she showed me how when I move my pinky, I can feel it in my ring finger and so forth and so on. But I get to physical therapy, I'm there by myself, took my pain medicine with me in case I was overworked. Jason could have drove if need be. But she takes the bandage off and we start doing the exercises, and I started feeling a little sweaty and a little clammy and a little cold and a little lightheaded, and I told her that I thought I might pass out. And I don't know why. So she says, okay, it's okay. She's a very calm lady, Miss Kathy, and she said, this is what we have this area for. So let's gently, she helped me, and we go over to what I would call a physician's examination table, where they have some pillows that I could prop my legs up and lay my head flat, and then kind of get my pressure or my fluids adjusted, and got me something to drink, put a fan on me, and lo and behold, she said it happens all the time. So she was very prepared for that to happen. However, I was not. My immediate thought was, I've just dropped my family off. I wasn't told anybody had to be with me. I dropped them off, and now I'm about to pass out. It shortly passed, and after a Sprite and some conversation, I was back at doing my exercises and moving my fingers around, and that episode was over. But I tell y'all what, I was not expecting that whatsoever. So with that being said, I'm okay after the physical therapy. I do know that it's going to take a long process for my finger to be back to fully functional. She even suggested a year. So I know it's going to be, just a day-by-day thing, and I'm not going to push myself. She doesn't want me to push myself. But here I am with the horses. We have been moving them around to fresh new grass. Wherever we think it may need to be cut is where the horses are going. And this particular day, it just so happened that the back area of the barn, which is the Moo Mansion, we need to rename that probably, had some grass growing and the cows were not consuming it. So I didn't want to get in there with the mower. Well, actually, I can't mow. But I didn't want Jason or Marycarl getting in there with the mower and cutting that grass down when we've got horses that are really ready, willing, and able to do that for us. So Willie and Ruska are behind me in the cow area, and I am going to go in and pay them a visit, and I think I see somebody that wants to be visited as well. Here's Miss Beautiful Ruska coming up to me. You can see that these horses are very, very sweet, and they just love attention. Ruska is not as affectionate as Willie is, and it's just like with all people, animals, we're all different, right, really? And Willie tends to want that attention, whereas Ruska, well, if you give her a treat, that's all she wants. She's just gonna walk away, and you just gotta respect their different personalities. But they are enjoying the grass area out here today. It was not gonna rain before we moved the animals again for the evening. So they are set out here. They've got their shelter, and of course we can be here in a minute's notice to do a little swap and put the cows back in here if need be. And y'all, I am so thrilled that Tater has felt comfortable enough to bring her little fella. He still doesn't have a name. Yes, that was Pookie. Pookie can see the horses through her fence, and she thinks she's a little dominant, and the big horses could care less about her, but she just wants them to know that she's here. They are separated by a fence, not that anything would happen. But this little fella, look how cute he is. I hear you, Tater. You back there checking me out, aren't you, girl? Yeah. Little man over here. Yeah, Tater's been eating well, and little man's been eating well. I tell you, I need to sit down and just come up with a list of names that we like, that you guys have sent us, that we've come up with on our own, because I can't keep calling him little man or little fella or little dude or precious, or, I mean, none of those are gonna work. We gotta have something soon. And Tater's still a fantastic mama. However, I fed by myself one evening. Jason was editing, and I told him I had it under control. And I got out here, and of course, Moody and Mildred decided they wanted to eat that night, and they were challenging Tater for her food. And I was disgusted with myself because I could not separate the cows, whereas if I'd had two hands, I could have done a good job. But anyway, I got her fed. I just had a couple of challenges, and with any feeding comes challenges, as with any animal. So I got that done, but yeah, this morning, no challenge. Jason was with me, but I see you, big girl. You ready for your snack, aren't you? It's not quite time yet. So my hand injury happened the day before the calf was born. And so that gave me, I hadn't had a lot of extra time. I've been running to doctor's appointments to Birmingham. I've had surgery, excuse after excuse, but that has not left me a lot of time to bond with the calf. So he's still a little skittish of us, which I expect that to be the case because we're scary. You know, we're not his mama. We're not bottle feeding him, but I do want to start transitioning to where he realizes that we're not gonna harm him. I mean, I walked up here, and of course he walked over to his mama because he knows she's a safe place. Mama's safety. So he goes over to her, and you know, not in a hurried fashion, but he just leisurely walked away from me, and I don't want that to be the case. So I reached out to Zoe at Chestnut Hills Farmstead, who has Bruno, who is they share the same dad. Ferdinand is their miniature Hereford bull, and he is a little fella. He's the daddy to both this little guy and their little fella Bruno. And I said, Zoe, does Bruno come up to you? And she said, well, he'll get about an arm's length away, and then he kind of takes off. And you know, I gotta figure, and Jason's not concerned about it. I think that's a man thing. I think men just are not concerned about things until they realize it's a concern. Right now, it's no concern because he's just, you know, he's young. He's just been here a short period of time. But I don't want that to be the case as he grows. I don't want that skittishness to continue and carry on. But y'all tell me if you got any ideas of how I could make him more comfortable. And, you know, I've thought about treats, and he really doesn't need any treats. I mean, he's a calf. He does come with her when she eats. I thought about even putting them in a separate area when she eats so I could, you know, get hands on him while she eats. I don't know. I say hands, plural, like I've got two to work with. I'm limited. But I do want to start working on that. Well, you knew that these two were not going to be far from me because, well, that's just how they are. The two black or dark colored kitties, Bramble and Sylvester, have to go where Mama Brooke goes. I am going to head over to the feed store with my wonderful husband, and we are going to pick up some feed. Now, one of Jason's most beloved jobs is putting up feed. That's a joke. He doesn't like putting up feed, but they're all chores that we do not like to do. Well, I usually help him put the feed up, but I think I'm gonna sit this one out. So he's really, really gonna not be happy with the feed situation after we get back, because boy, oh boy, we need just about everything on this trip. Y'all come on with us while we go to our local feed store. Before I go, I had to make a stop because I'm being kind of quiet. This is a big rarity, and that is that Opie's laying down. Topper, can you see that? Oh, I know, Bootsy. Bootsy thinks she can kill the fence. At any given time, she can kill the fence. But I'm not believing my eyes. Opie's over there laying down. Ernest T's on his knees. He's not quite laying down, but this is really, really strange. He's almost flat laying down. Uh-oh, I think he sees me. I think he sees me. They think when they see me, they need to run. I guess they know that y'all as viewers enjoy seeing them scoot real fast, so they get up and run for y'all. But he's looking dead at me and he's not moving yet. Uh-oh, here comes Big Boy. Turn on your wheels, brother. Yep, I see him. He's getting cranked up. All right, y'all, so we have arrived at our feed store, which is Jones Feed and Seed in downtown Clanton, Alabama. I've never taken y'all inside the store, but I did ask for permission, if that's a word, to come in and film while we pick up our load of feed. So this is just a part of our farm that you don't see very often, and got Jason here with me doing the filming because, you know, I'm kind of one-armed, but your help is appreciated, Jason. And these guys at the feed store, as well as Miss Teresa, do a fantastic job. So we're going to go in and just look around, and you can already see beautiful hanging baskets and just everything. You know, there's just no comparison when it comes to a small town feed store with a local owner versus your big box stores. I know that they both have to exist and they both have different purposes, but to be able to come in here and buy an individual egg carton, it's just a fantastic way to support your local farm supply store. I mean, dog collars, bowls, water hoses, whatever your need may be, they can get you fixed up. And here's the deal. the owner, Mr. Dwayne, and Miss Teresa, they are so happy to help, and they'll go out of their way to order or try to get whatever you need. And I think you'll probably find that at just about any locally owned farm store, hardware store. They just want to make you happy, and you know, the customer is their number one priority. So supporting local business is, of course, in our blood, so to speak, and I hope it is in yours too.
All right, Mr. Jack, this is Miss Teresa's little dog, and he comes to work with her every day.
All right, y'all, we loaded down right here, ready to head on back. I might have to get Caden to help me unload all this feed. Oh goodness! All right. Oh goodness!
You almost fall?
No, I didn't open up the door wide enough, and it came back on me.
Yeah, we got a big list of feed that we just picked up, and we're gonna head back to the farm and get it all put into our barrels and prepared for the animals. And hopefully we won't have to come back for 2 or 3 weeks. This usually holds us.
Yeah, it does usually hold us for, yeah, you're right. And
Couple of 3 weeks.
And I was just saying, I wish I had Caden.
Oh, goodness. I hate to tell you this, Jason, but
oh, goodness.
Caden's swimming in the ocean.
He is. He's at the beach.
He's at the beach, and he deserves
yes,
to be
he
at
does.
the beach. We all deserve a day off every now and then.
We all need breaks.
This feed store's no exception. They are hard-working folks.
They are.
And, you know, it's just something about that local vibe.
I agree.
I mean,
100%.
you walk in the store, not that it's not who we are. It is everybody that comes in there. They know who you are.
Yeah.
They say, hey, Donnie, we got your such and such in
Yep.
that you ordered. And it's just that welcome feeling that you don't get everywhere else.
Nope.
So do your best to support local when you can. And we'll continue to do our best. I'm back. We're back from the feed store. And I just wanted to let y'all know that Jason got off the hook because the rain is drawing closer. And we parked the truck inside the garage until this rain passes. And anybody that's in need of feed, we will just take the bags over to their station while it rains. And he's gonna be a happy man. Real happy man. But before we go, I just wanted to say one more thing, and that is to all you mothers out there. A lot of us no longer have our mothers with us. I must say that I am fortunate enough to still have my mother with me and living right here beside me next door. You know, little did I know when we made this decision. She lived beside us at the old place, but we brought her with us to the new place, and she lives beside us here. Little did I know that I was probably needing her more than she needed me, and that's been the case with this. So happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there, and if you no longer have your mother with you, just think of all those good times that you had with yours. And here is mine to wish you all a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Everyone, and I'm so thankful you're still here with me, and I hope
you,
for many,
darling.
many more.
So thankful to be here with you.
Love you, and just hope everybody has a wonderful Mother's Day, and just wonderful memories if you don't have your mother with you. So y'all, until next time, y'all be good.